Good morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on a Saturday, January 27th, and on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Well, we've got more rain coming our way. It hasn't yet quite arrived in Bowling Green. I mean, we're starting to get a few sprinkles. You can check here the weather cam at my humble abode, just out of the middle of town and down the road. Oh, I saw a raindrop just then. Yeah, it's starting to rain, I guess. Yeah, I see it now on the pavement. It is starting to rain. So, yes, there's the live view right outside my studio window here at home. It is light rain, but it's the beginning of what's to come as we go through the day. There may even be perhaps a rumble of thunder. And you see there the bush, or it's not really a bush, it's a little tree. I forgot what kind of tree that is. Right outside my window here. You can see it moving just a little. There's a bit of a breeze, and the breeze is going to pick up today. In fact, we're going to find a breeze from the northwest at about 10 to 20 at times, especially as the low pressure system gets a bit closer to Bowling Green and southern Kentucky. So yeah, we've got some showers that's going to be with us all day today. So all that is going to happen. Radar is showing the rain pulling in. There's a look at the radar showing, yes, we're starting to get some rain here in Bowling Green. It's going to be actually coming in a waves, I think. This is before the low pressure system. So what we're seeing moving into Bowling Green right now is going to be fairly light, but then you steadier rainfall here where you see the yellows showing up just north of Franklin, south of Bowling Green, and out here in the Alvaton, Plano ish community. That's where I live. Um, Sam is located more on Campbell Lane, so that's why that marker's there. You can see a pocket of heavier rain over toward north of Elkton as you go up 181 in Todd County, that goes into Greenville. And you see Russellville, maybe Auburn getting some of that. And then over toward Barren River Lake, we're going to start to see some steadier rains moving in. But this is just the beginning of the rain that's going to impact us today. The low pressure system and a second wave of rain is down here in Mississippi. And it's going to come in pretty rapidly into the afternoon, and that will be yet another surge of rain. And that's actually when I'm looking for the possibility, if we get any thunder today, it would be when that low pressure system moves in. And as the low gets closer to Bowling Green in southern Kentucky, that's when the winds will really start to pick up. Until that time, it's just going to be kind of a steady wind, occasionally breezy, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. Not yet, anyway. Okay, so let's take a look at to looking at the Kentucky Mesonet and see what it's showing us this morning as far as, you know, precipitation, temperature wise. You can see that the beginning of the rain, it's actually warmed up a bit. That's the warm air coming into the system and coming up into southern Kentucky with the start of the rain. Mid to upper 40s, pretty much over mostly mid 40s. Then you see where the blues are, that's the cooler low 40s up near the Ohio River. We're not going to have to worry about anything cooler than where we are right now as far as high temperatures today. We'll get close to 50, I think. As far as rainfall, let's check, see how far we've picked up, if we've picked up anything yet. And it's just getting started. Southern tip or southern out at the Ag Expo Center here in Warren County, Bowling Green, 1/100th of an inch of rain so far, but it's just getting started. You've picked up 400ths, Scottsville and Tompkinsville. Franklin, you've picked up 800ths, almost a tenth of an inch in Russellville, 1700ths of an inch of rain, where I showed you some of the heavier rain back in Elkton this morning, 12 hundredths of an inch in Hopkinsville, a third of an inch back in far western Kentucky. That is Callaway County. So, yeah, this is going to start to add up. I think most everybody's going to end up with a half inch, 3/4, and there will be some locations that pick up 1 inch or close to 1 inch of rain in quick fashion today and tonight. So we're just getting started. As I mentioned, there will be more rain coming in as we go through time. But it'll be out of here by, say, early tomorrow or midday tomorrow on your Sunday. Let's check now the model blender. And you can see that we're going to go back to more seasonable readings for this time of the year, which the average high is 47. So you keep that number in mind, 47. It's going to stay close to that number or a little bit below it after today. This says 51. I'm going to go around 50. Could be 49, 50, 51. Then tomorrow, starting as the rain moves away and the low pressure system moves away, it's going to be more into the mid 40s for a couple of days. Then we go back into the mid 50s. Tuesday, there's a little clipper system, a little fast moving system, cold front that's going to come in on Tuesday with a quick hit of showers. It's not going to be much, maybe a tenth of an inch. Then we go back into the mid 40s on Wednesday. We go back into the 50s for the weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday coming. Then back into the upper 40s. I don't see any major temperature swings for the next 7 to 10 days, either too cold or too warm. It's going to stay pretty much where it ought to be for this time of the year, as far as temperatures are concerned. So, nothing coming in that looks like snowstorm, nothing that looks like extreme cold, nothing that looks like it's too warm and there's going to be severe weather. There's nothing like that. It's going to be pretty calm and pretty dry. There will be a couple of times that we get a little hit of rain, but nothing like we've seen within the past week. Let me show you that. Here's a look right now at the current picture with the low pressure system as I showed you over Mississippi. This is all overrunning here. If it were maybe 10 degrees cooler, we would see some mixed precipitation in here just based on temperatures, but the temperature profiles from top to bottom, everything stays warm enough to keep this all liquid. So we're not going to worry about any kind of frozen precipitation. Here comes the low pressure system moving just south of Muscle Shoals, Alabama, this afternoon. Into this evening, it'll cross over into eastern Tennessee, but there's little pegs here, little spokes in the wheel, little disturbances, short waves that rotate around that low pressure system, and that keeps the rain going into this evening. Then tomorrow in the morning, we will have some shower activity, but it will quickly move out. Like I said, late morning to maybe midday. The rest of the day will be cloudy. It will get cold enough north of us into Indiana and parts of Ohio for maybe a little mix on the backside of this system and maybe in the higher elevations of eastern Kentucky as we get into Sunday night, but nothing here. Here comes Monday. And then into Tuesday, here's that next clipper system. This is just a very fast moving cold front that'll come through with just a quick hit of some light rain into Tuesday night, into Wednesday early. Then it moves on. High pressure builds in for the rest of the week. Thursday looks good, first day of February. Here's Groundhog Day, which is the second on Friday. Here we go into next Saturday. Still looking quiet. There may try to be something that comes from this front, but right now we're going to keep it mainly dry at this point. Nothing that looks too significant. So we finally get some dry weather in here, which is something that we need after all these days of rain that we've had lately. Let me show you one more graphic. It's how much rain we look to get out of the system coming through today. And it's showing, yeah, anywhere from half inch to three quarters to about an inch in the blue shaded areas. The higher amounts of rain are going to be down here along the Cumberland Plateau east of Nashville, where they could see an inch and a half to 2 inches of rain just right there. That's it. So this is not going to compound any further flooding issues, or, there may be just enough rain, or it could get a little heavy at times where you see a creek come up, maybe briefly some running water. But other than that, it's not going to be anything that's too significant. Okay, that'll do it for this update. God bless you, and thank you for watching on this Saturday morning. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll update you again tomorrow morning.